Do me a favour, can you
Hello and welcome to a special episode of Damn It Vacant. It's been a while since we've done an interview and we've got a hell of an interview to go through today with the God of Morecambe himself, Mr. Rick Markus. Hello.
How is it going? He's a blessed.
Very excited to have you on. You've considering you were about to retire not so long ago, you've certainly had quite a turnaround in Morecambe.
Yeah, well, I'll probably retire again some point this year and come back. And the thing is, they need me there, don't they? Do you know what I mean? It's like I can't, being the most important person in Morecambe, they need me there. And so I can't go just yet. And everyone loves me in the crowd as well. There's not a single person that doesn't love and respect me as well. So
it's the checks and balances between you and RPD. It's opposite sides of the same coin.
That's it. You know, it's I'm someone that they can look up to, and he's a fraud. So it's I am the God of Morecambe.
Do you feel you have that respect from the crowd?
No,
for that.
About 5 of them. You guys, I feel like I've got a semblance of respect from you guys because you're that brain dead. There's a few others, like old Simon in the crowd. He's got a nice ginger beard as well, like us true winners. He's all right. Beyond that, there's not many. A lot of them forget what I've done for them. And then they turned on me last April as well, didn't they? I don't have time of day for people that. What's the word? Look at it, just disloyal people, and that's what they are.
And you've been around the Morecambe scene since before OPW as well, so it's not like you've just come into OPW fresh face and they didn't know you.
Yeah, so I've known some of these people for Christ, what year was it? 2017. I debuted in Morecambe, so I've known a lot of them for good 8 years or so. They were well behind me, and then I literally got my friend booked on the shows, and he did, in credit where it's due, he got them behind, and you were there, you saw it. I supported him all the way through as champion. Like, I was there every show, every time somebody came out to attack him, I was there, I supported him. There were times people tried to screw him out the title, I was there, I supported him. And I don't know if you remember, but do you remember our esteemed champion Decker, by the way, who ironically all these morons now cheer because he said, oh, I'm sorry and I like you now, so that's all they need, right? So ironically, do you remember that time when he smashed me in the back, when he smashed me in the back of the head with a bottle?
Yep.
Yeah, right. And I was there, mess on the floor. He stood over me, smashed bottle absolutely everywhere, right? Where was Ryan? I'll tell you where he is. But did he come out?
He did not.
So the difference between me and him is he was doing a lot of main events and he deserved them because he was the champion and he was there, right? I stayed till the end of every show to make sure that he was going to be okay. No one was going to attack him. I had his back. And then the one time I needed him, and it wasn't even the interval of the show, it was about 10 minutes after his match. Where was he? He was in his car on the way home, right? He'd done his thing, he'd done his bit, but these people don't realise this. You know what I mean? You're a pack of dipshits. I was there from day one, been good to them and that. Yeah, every show, I don't turn up with a new t-shirt to sell and take money out of the pockets, because I know that these people struggle, do you know what I mean? Because to be fair, the dole isn't a lot of money these days, right? So I know these people struggle. And, the fact that tickets, like some of them front row tickets are £15 now, which is like a year's pay for a lot of them. Like the ones that pickpocket, they get a little bit more. But I don't want to take more money off them. He comes away there like, I don't know, he's made thousands out of him, to be honest. But that's all right because they'll still cheer him. They'll still buy his new t-shirt that he'll probably bring out in April. I think the last show, I didn't even know he was meant to be there. He turns up at the Rumble. Oh, lo and behold, at the interval, even though I won before the interval, mind you, he's there selling t-shirts. Literally got them to pull t-shirts out from under the thing to sell. Fucking madness. I swore. I don't apologise for it either.
It's fine. We do a lot of swearing. But that was the thing, though. But when you first came in, you were together as Born Ready, and you were like brothers in arms together, and it felt very much like you had each other's backs
100%.
Through thick and thin. And was it just that one incident then that led you to just be like, no, this isn't my friend, this isn't the person I brought up with me?
It was an accumulation of things, really. It was I realised over time that his motive was about him being at the top, and we always spoke about us. And they can say it's jealousy. They can say it's like I've won championships. It's not a problem. I've been a champion before. right now I'm tag team champion, knockout wrestling, I'm multiple time champion there. But then when it came to Morecambe, we said, let's do this together. Do you know what I mean? When the tag team titles emerged, like, right, let's get the tag team titles. But like I say, he climbed the ladder, he got to the top, had all that issue with the spotlight and everything like that. Like I say, there's a period of time I was out because I got bottled. And like, he was at the top, so I can't fault him for being at the top. But what I do fault him for was that thing with Decker was a bit of a tipping point for me and a bit of a realization moment. But then when I came back, we actually tagged that night against the Freak Show. Before the crowd all decided they love Will Carter now as well because do you know what I mean? Because like they don't need any reason to do things, they just do it. But really, the real hero of that was Isaiah Quinn. Do you know what I mean? He's the closest thing that's ever been there to a god. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there was always signs. It was always about him. It was never about us. He came there first day. I fight for you. Jesus Christ, what salesman, eh?
Yeah, so we interviewed him a few years ago, but he was talking about getting into the business, transitioning from boxing, and he was talking about you and going to training and meeting you. And
it was good. It was a good time. It was a good time.
Yeah,
weddings together. You know what I mean? He was honestly, genuinely like one of my best friends. That's why it hurt so much when I was like, I thought we had each other's back, but apparently not.
Lack of reaching out.
I mean, you might have already started touching on it then. So you came back. You went on this. When I lose, I'm retiring. I think what was your thought process behind that statement of coming out and saying that, just in general, like forget RPD, like?
I think part of it was I felt I was losing a bit, enjoying it as much as I used to. The crowd were a bit weak and pathetic, and I just didn't know if I had I could already kind of feel the tide turning a little bit, like in the sense that I'd given everything to them and then I weren't getting as much back as what I should. And so the desire was kind of going. So I kind of needed to prove to myself that I still had it. So, that I was like, right, if I lose, I'll either become champion. Because I did believe that, I was worthy of being the champion. And maybe there was a semblance of being a little bit pissed off that Ryan beat me to it, maybe. If I'm being totally honest. I don't think he deserved it before me. I think he took advantage of our friendship to leapfrog me. I don't think that I know that. And yes, I needed to prove to myself that I was the best. And I took on Christ. First of all, I challenged Craig, who's a legend in Morecambe, multiple time champion, absolute beast. Beat him. That's on YouTube. That match now on the Odyssey page. Watch that. But that was a good match. We levered each other. To be fair, we had. I didn't really. I remember him clotheslining me right around the mouth at the end, and he happened to be fair. He nearly had me beat. Rolled down his back, pinned him. Who else was I? You might have to remind Sam Bailey.
I mean, you went on a tear for.
I think there's a good five
and a half.
I think there was five. I think Lance Rivera was the last one at the Rumble. Sam Bailey, Craig, Nightmare. I think I beat Nightmare during that as well.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Because I think Isaiah Quinn selected Nightmare to wrestle me, I think, if I remember correctly. And then Decker as well. I think I beat. Oh, that might have been before. I can't remember.
Decker was before all of. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that was when I came back.
Memory serves, yeah.
Yeah. He's a bullshitter as well.
Well, I remember the first show because we had the VIP and the meet and greet beforehand. It was you and Ryan.
Yeah.
As me and my lad were about to come in for the picture, Decker, he ran through because he wasn't on the show. He wasn't part of the roster. He's the one who literally pushed us out of the way to get to use to, and I remember that.
Yeah. I forgot that actually, but you reminded me. But you see how things change now, though. Do you know what I mean? How narratives change, and I'm the bad guy apparently. What have I actually done? Nobody yet has actually told me what I've done.
No, I mean, even if you just say you're sorry, that's apparently enough, isn't it?
That's it. I could go out next show and say I'm sorry, Ryan, and start clapping, and they'll probably start chanting for me, but I'm not willing to do that because I'm not a fraud.
Actions don't have consequences. That's the problem. Yeah.
Exactly. I remember. I know where I come from. I know what I'm about. I have values. Do you know what I mean? I stick to my values. These lot, you just flip flop, and yeah. So I'm in it for me now. That's it.
Yeah, that's fair. When you were on this year-long unbeaten run, obviously your end goal was the championship. So kind of a two-pronged question here. How did you feel Ryan was with you along that? Did you feel like there was a sense of worry, or he didn't want you to get to that point? And secondly, at the same time you were doing these videos, that was basically kept popping up at shows, this hooded figure, telling Ryan he was coming for him. That was happening along the same time. So
Yeah, it was good, that, wasn't it?
It was. We had a lot of guessing about who that was, and to be honest, you were not in the.
Do you know what? Like, to be fair, like I saw a lot of guesses. I saw a lot of guesses, and a lot of people messaged me and that, and I was, I was surprised nobody rumbled me, to be honest, because like if they actually sat down and thought about it, right? Like I say, he'd won the championship. He wasn't there when I needed him. There was a semblance, like people were saying I was jealous. I absolutely weren't jealous. I was just fed up of it, and I already got the measure of him, right? I already got the measure of him well ahead of time. So I thought, you know what? No matter what happens on that night, he's going to know about it. It didn't go how I wanted it to. Like, I wanted to win. I'll be honest, I wanted to win the championship and then smash his face in. But like that was going to happen. And the cool thing was as well, it was that our partners were sat next to each other as well, which made it even more fun. And yeah, it was. What was the question? Yeah, so I already had the measure of him, right? And then at the Rumble show beforehand, he proved it. He proved it. Like, do you remember when we were speaking to each other and I got pretty heated like before that show because he had it in his head that I couldn't beat him, and he was asking me to not put my career on the line and all that. And it's like that to me that was insulting. But I already knew that about him anyway. I already knew he was going to do that because like, oh, he's such a good guy, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? But that's just him. That was just his pure ego.
Yeah, it's a certain level of arrogance.
I'm better than you, but will you stay because you're my friend? Like, do you know, I'd already worked that out. Do you know what I mean? That's why I was already, 10 steps ahead of him. And I think what I've proven is I'm more than 10 steps ahead of him because I knew to come back. All I have to do is get in his head. I was already in his head. And then Ethan's just a stupid. And now they're in a position where I can get rid of him and I can win the championship. Like, do you know what I mean? It's too easy.
Was getting rid of Ethan part of the plan?
No, I was just, that was
just for funsies.
Added bonus. That just fell into my lap, really. There's a chance to slap him about why they don't work for him, so why not? Well, he doesn't even work for them at all now, does he?
No, he's on anger management, isn't he?
He needs it, doesn't he? An idiot. His temper got him off me. He slapped about a couple of times and shoved on his ass by Ryan as well.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, we noticed that because we thought Ryan was also losing the plot.
Yeah, but the thing is, I won't have him back anyway. So even if he does try to, start, like I'm not interested in him. Like, do one. I fully intend on finishing him in April, in a bad way as well. Like really, really finishing him. Because all them fans and that, like a lot of them only like him because of little weirdos that thirst after him as well and fancy him. Like I'm fully aware of that. So like what I'm going to do is I'm going to like make his face look a lot different than what it does now. I don't have that problem. Big, bald, and ugly. I don't mind that. That's been my life. Do you know what I mean? But pretty boy's going to get slapped about.
That's fair. How was that last match with him? I know obviously it didn't go the way you wanted. I remember us watching that and it being a bizarre watch because often in Morecambe it's very black and white. You've got
it was a face and weird atmosphere, wasn't it? Because it was a great atmosphere, but like it was like muted in a good way, wasn't it? Like a tense way.
It's because nobody knew. Well, personally, it's like who do you want to win in this? Like, it was like I said, it's Morecambe's very black and white in its approach to stuff. There's very little room for subtlety, so we say. Whereas this was one of those ones where you're going, I genuinely don't know who is the baddie in this.
Do you know what the thing was as well going into that? Like, I'll give credit to him in one respect. Like, me and him, like, I'd been winning for a year. He'd been champion for a year. He got rid of the spotlight. He'd done all that. He'd done the majority of that with me, but some of it on his own. Like, we were the two best. Like, I'm not arrogant enough to think he can't beat me because he did beat me on that night. He beat me. Yeah, like I think he took advantage of like when I was already beaten and semi-concussed. Like I thought it was a bit of a cheap shot, laying another one into me when I was done. But I suppose that's what he does. But to be fair, he didn't know what was coming to him afterwards anyway. So I'll give him that one.
Round's fair play. Yeah.
Just looking back there, and the quote you because after the match you shook hands, didn't you? And given the title, and you said to him, if I was going to go out, it couldn't have been against anyone but you. Rick Markus may be done, but Born Ready is going to live forever. And he turned his back on you at that point because then
he walked away, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? He walked away, and then it's hey, look, I still wear my Born Ready t-shirt, and that Born Ready didn't die for me. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like it was time. He just needed to know. Do you know? And by the way, like this whole narrative, right? And I've heard Lucy saying it on commentary, and and Ryan saying it, like, right? How come I'm getting villainized for not keeping my word about being retired and coming back. Like I was done. I was gone. I needed to just say, right, this is like, because on our day, me and Ryan, we know each other that well. Anyone can win, and he beat me that night. He did beat me, and then what happened, and I knew I was, and I wanted to do it, so I did it. Do you know what I mean? Some things have been playing on my mind about how selfish he'd been leading up to that. This whole narrative that, oh, he didn't keep his word. Like, do you mean he didn't keep my word? I was retired. Like, yeah, fair enough. Came out of the crowd, cost him the title, and that was for fun. Do you know what I mean? That was just a bit of light entertainment on my part. And to be fair, like he took my career from me. I wanted to take the title from him. It was kind of like the thing is that was kind of to prove a point, right? That was to prove a point. Because if you remember, the last thing I said to him when he was on the floor was, "See how long you keep that title for without me now." And then I said, "Bitch," and the crowd, you know what I mean? Because I said a naughty word, right? Threw the microphone at him. And then what happens in the next show? Was in the next show? Mutiny.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Yeah. What happened? He didn't have me backing him up. He lost it. I weren't lying. But then I was gone. Like I needed to just prove my point. Then I was gone, right? And then the next show, I was on holiday. Like I weren't even there. I was retired. I was genuinely. I was sat on a sun lounger.
I remember the promo, the video that you
Yeah.
posted.
Oh, honestly, only my partner's dad was sat there, was like shouting me, saying, "Who are you talking to?" You know what I mean? So
Just wrestling, don't worry about it.
I had to record it twice, to be fair. I was like, "Oh, it's all right, John." So, yeah, so like, and then I saw the footage. I was like, "Oh my god!" Like he's showing his true colors here, and it was like, it was all he was asking for me to come back. Like I didn't have any intentions on coming back. So this whole, didn't keep your word. I mean, didn't keep my word. Like general manager getting in touch with me. I had Ryan spitting the dummy out. And then, like I say, I came back, did that unsanctioned, and I was that far in his head that, like, fair enough, you know what I mean? We knocked each other around, we levered each other or whatever. Ethan was there, and like Ethan was in the middle because we couldn't have a referee apparently.
Yep.
To be fair, a normal referee would have been safer because I don't really have anything against them, so like I wouldn't have hit them. But he's got a mecca about him, Ethan, and that's how he rolls. Yeah, they wanted me back, came back, and then and then it was easy from there because I realised there actually that now that I don't care what anyone thinks, like the chains were kind of off. So as I beat Ryan and I was like standing over his body, like after ramming a chair into his throat, I thought, do you know what? Actually, maybe I can actually get to the top, and they're kind of all playing it into my hands because this is too easy. And so it smashed Ethan. He's there trembling and angry, like, what's he gonna do to me? Like, let's get real. And then he made it too easy as well. All I had to do was talk about his kids, and then he gave me my contract back by smashing me with a chair. Like he literally had a chance to beat me, like, and I was too smart for him as well. And by the way, that was complacent on my part. I thought that was going to be too easy, and it took me out.
There was moments, yeah.
Yeah, it took me off the ball a little bit, and he nearly made me look stupid. But then I'm too smart for them as well. What I've realised is it's not just about being the toughest in the room; it's about being the smartest as well, and I believe that's what I am. I believe I'm the toughest and the smartest. But like I say, the likes of RPD and that are like, look at his resume. He's tough. He's not a weak person. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, but the thing is, I know him better than anyone knows him. I know how he thinks. I know my advantage with Ryan is I'm stronger than him, and I know how to get in his head. Reality is he's more agile than me, he's quicker than me, but he's not as strong as me, and I know I can make him angrier than he can make me. I'm kind of naturally at 80% all the time anyway, and he's usually about 50%, but like I can get him to 100%.
Because we noticed when he lost the belt as well, it was when he came and put that belt down next to the tag belt, it was like he has no one else. And I now you've just said that as well. I genuinely think the reason he asked you back was on some kind of weird, misguided attempt to win you back, maybe. So he would have someone with him again. But that bridge has been burned.
Daniels and Anderson run out now, don't they?
What's that? Sorry.
Yeah, Meat Wagon.
Daniels and that they've been the ones who've been running out, and
they've been running out and kissing Will's ass and that as well, haven't they? Yeah. So they didn't turn up to the Rumble either, did they? Do you know what I mean? So it's like they're as pathetic as the rest of them, to be fair.
Yeah, and then I think you've alluded to it a couple of times, but just to be clear on it, like, when did Ethan become a problem to you?
He's never really a problem. He's just an irritation. Do you know what I mean? He's like, do you know what? Like, Ethan made it too easy to manipulate him, and like that's why he's had the general, like, when he's saying to Ryan, "Oh, Ricky was my friend too," and that, it was like, I don't know where he got that idea from. But I don't know. Like, to be fair, we were acquaintances. You know what I mean? We got on, we were fine and that. But to get what I want, he needed to be part of my plan, really. And then, like I said, in April, my plan's going to come to fruition. Got the contract as well. Do you know what I mean? Like this war on the shore. Like I can lose. There's nothing really in it for me apart from getting rid of Ryan. I wouldn't even match if I couldn't live. Like, well, you saw the Rumble, didn't you? You know what I mean? You heard what was said. I'm not interested in fighting. I've got everything I need. You know, but like if I can pull the phone out my ass before I do that, like that's fine.
It's going to be good. I'm very, very excited. Saturday, 12th of April, War on the Shore, OPW at the Alhambra. Still some tickets left available for it. But like I said, as soon as that was announced, I was like, right, well, we're getting tickets now then, aren't we? It's just Markus and RPD going to war against each other for one last time.
I think the VIP tickets were sold out before the interval was over, I think. Or very close to. So I know now that I think ticket numbers are the highest pre-sale we've had at this point so far, I believe.
Lovely stuff.
It's
also will be
God of Morecambe business. That's
what it's about, isn't it? That's what it's about. And then your Greg's going to be there as well, which is nice. I got a lot of respect for Greg.
Is it the 30th anniversary?
20th job. It was his brainchild. Like, and credit where it's due, he's been a shithouse over the year as well. I respect a good shithouse. So no, it's going to be fun. So like, let me ask you something, right? So in the Rumble, like going into the Rumble, what did you think was going to happen? Knowing I was in it, knowing say what were your predictions? Because Ryan weren't even meant to be there either. Was it? You know what I mean?
Coming in late as well.
Yeah, and to be fair as well, like I didn't expect him to be there, like because I thought I got rid of him, to be honest.
Could tell with your reaction. I was surprised, but then not when it happened. Like Ethan coming out first. I mean, it made sense. He'd gone off the rails. As Greenwood obviously said.
Right for Ethan in a massive match, and he's got to be the first one out. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. So that did surprise me. I did think RPD would come back.
I didn't
know how it would play out. Did you not, Joe?
No, I thought we would get a bit further away from it before he came back. To be honest.
Yeah.
But again, coming in at 20, coming in last man in.
Did you think I was going to win it?
There was moments.
If you had to put your money on someone before it, who would you have put it on?
I'd have gone you. I'm not just
you are Rob Drake.
Yeah, good shout. Like he had a nice little ending to it as well, didn't he?
He's seen what you've seen. It would appear, yeah.
Exactly. He's not blind. He's a beast. Do you know what I mean?
He's a huge man. Yeah.
He'll flourish now. He's out in America, flourishing now. He didn't have a booking.
I've seen that.
Didn't have that booking in America. They saw that. Boom, out there, fully endorsed.
Yeah. Did you not feel people thought you were going to win? Just with you asking that question.
I think I was the favourite going into it. Like I was confident. I was confident I was smart enough. Like I didn't get in too many brawls in there. I stayed away from Mickey Barnes because I've got a brain cell. Like, you know what I mean? I was high fiving him as much as I could because
keep on his good side, yeah. Keep feeding him crisps, yeah.
Like Jesus Christ, like that's
it's
weird. His head bounced off the mat. He deserves it though, doesn't he? As well, he went to school with Ryan. It's like that school. There's some crap come out of that school, aren't they? Yeah, but like you've got to stand next to Mickey Barnes to appreciate how big he is as well.
He's huge. Yes, he's a bridge of a boy.
He's massive. He's about 6'3", 6'4", absolutely agile as hell, strong as hell. Yeah,
so hoping we see a bit more of him, to be honest.
Yeah, well, like if I do see plenty more of him, I'll be making sure that me and him are friends. You know, but we go back a little bit actually. Me and Mickey Barnes, like from years ago as well. So he's very, very, very imposing, and I want to give him a shout out. He did a great job. Sonham that was in there for a real short amount of time that chokes that nightmare on the table.
That was the lad's name. I could not remember his name before the Patreon brought the thing out. I couldn't remember. I was a big fan of him as well.
Yeah. Like he's a big physical lad as well, and it's like I'm always 5 steps ahead. I'm always looking at what's within my best interests and things like that as well.
That's the smartness of staying out of it, letting them eliminate each other.
It's one of them, but then it's like, I forget people involved in me. It's more people that I've got to manage and look after, and that I've been doing that for years. Do you know what I mean? So,
is there anyone else on roster that you think we should have an eye on over the next year or so?
Mickey Barnes.
Yeah.
Mickey Barnes, Sonham. Who else impressed you in the Rumble?
what was he? There was what was he called? There was a guy. Was he called Lucky?
Yeah, Lucky. Yeah,
I liked him. The thing was, there was a lot of them people we hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
And were like kind of in and
Well,
out.
the thing was as well. There was it was an awkward one actually because there was a lot of promotions running.
Yeah,
There was, yeah.
There's a lot of promotions running that night, and I know Odyssey for what I hate about them, what I respect about them is if people are at other places as well, we make sure that they can go and do that because we don't like burning bridges, and like it's the right thing. It's the right thing to do. Do you know what I mean? They'll get no crap back in Morecambe, and they'll still have the spot and everything. So, but then like I say, that like their loss is somebody else's gain as well. Because there were a few guys there like Lucky, Holloway that came in towards the end as well. He's another stat lad. He was impressive. But like I said, just none of them as good as me, which it's nice for them to be in there with me. Really, it would have been a real amazing experience for all of them. And Alex Gray as well. Alex Gray as well. I would reckon knock the 6-pack off him at some point as well.
Someone who wasn't there that we are fans of, despite the fact he jumped on our live podcast in December and continued to roast us for about an hour, is Lance Rivera.
Lance. Try doing a 3-hour car ride with him.
Oh.
You thought he was talking on your podcast. Jesus.
No, but yeah, big fans of Lance. Again, there's like I said, Morecambe has got really stacked.
Lance is very good. Lance is very good. He's
annoyingly good.
I talk to Lance a lot as well because Lancelot. I didn't even mean to do that. I talk to Lance quite often because we're both United fans and like we share the misery.
Season ticket holder.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we need to talk about that on the pod? Like, in fact, actually, we're going into an international break feeling okay at the moment. Like, I do think there's a lot of smoke. I think there's a lot of smoke screens about the timing of the
stadium and all that.
Oh my God, the protest. So it was the protest, and then they've ironically got an interview with Ratcliffe the next day. Then they're announcing a stadium that we can't afford the day. Do you know what I mean? It was quite contrived. Anyway, I'll shut up about United now. But in Amorim we trust. I do like Amorim.
I agree. So yeah.
Tell Cena that.
No, it'd be mean to me.
That
Belgium kid.
That was brilliant the other night. That was brilliant. And the fact that he didn't do what all the fans wanted him to do as well, he still had his music. Like that, to me, that's a stroke of genius. I
thought that because when he came out, I was like, oh. And then when he said that, I was like,
and the funny thing is as well, it's almost protecting himself because because like let's face it, the internet wrestling community is full of dipshits, right?
Yep.
In fact, it's just full of angry comment sections, but I don't think that's exclusive for wrestling. I think that's in general. And if you ever gone in a comment section that's not been a cesspit, right? But like anyone that was like basically saying, yeah, but you should have though, or whatever, it was just proving the point. It was so well delivered and cleverly done.
It's going to be a good year.
That's why it's the best. Well, it's made a nostalgia trip very interesting, hasn't it? Really.
Yeah. That's a massive turn, and he. Back to you. I mean, what you were saying was about feeling disrespected by the fans and looked over and toxic relationship. And
oh, look, me and Cena are very similar. I've got a cap on, and I've got
that. Yep.
I won't mind his bank balance. To be fair, his bank balance makes me look like I'm from Morecambe.
I could see you as a good peacemaker, yeah.
Yeah,
British peacemaker, yeah.
British peacemaker.
That's it.
What's it? Is it? Is it a straight up 1-on-1 match? I know it's for it's his career on the line. Or was it a last man standing? Or have I made that?
Last man standing. Yeah. So because as we were going out, he I didn't realize at the time, but like when he said that, like about it was like a throwback to his boxing as well because of the 10 count in boxing. Apparently, that's I had to listen to the commentary to kind of get a grasp of that because I was too busy thinking, oh, Belton, I can get rid of him. But to be fair, that plays into my hands as well, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? This is how stupid he is, right? So he beats me in a 1-on-1 match. Where, do you know what I mean? He can use his pace, his athleticism, and that all the things he's got working in his favour, you know, because he is talented, he's very athletic, he pro box, do you know what I mean? He got it, of course he has. But then he puts his career on the line, right? And then says, oh, we'll do it in the last man standing. When I nearly took him out for good last time we had a match that had no rules. So like, well, I would have taken the match if it wasn't last man standing. I'd already agreed to it. So I think it's a bit bizarre, I think it's a bit stupid, because like, you know, he might be able to out-jab me, but he can't out-brawl me. No chance.
the
Who
difference.
do you think gonna win? I won't be too offended unless you say.
I've told you my theory beforehand, and everyone knows. Everyone else already knows
Well,
my.
I listen to your podcast and your reviews of the show, and like some of the points you make are dreadful. To be fair,
Oh, that's fine. I know. Like
the the fact that you think I heard on your last one that like he's going to be getting back on side. Like he could do like there's not anything he could do to have me back on side. He could literally go and kick the fans in the face, and like I'd laugh, but I wouldn't like allow him.
no, my theory is that you make him work with you as like a punishment sort of thing. But there again, like you said, that seems like an effort on your part. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's hard work. Hard work. I'd rather not.
Yeah, just kill him.
Wouldn't be able to trust him anyway.
Oh, well, that's it. Do you know what I mean? You can't trust him. You know what I mean?
I don't know how the match is going to go. Genuinely, I feel the mask is slipping with RPD, and in whatever happens in the match, that's going to continue.
It's good. It's good. All dicking about aside, it's an absolute honour to be doing the main event at the 20th War on the Shore. So whatever beef we have and whatever we are going to tear the house down. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be something special. And if people haven't got the tickets, like to get them because this is going to be insane. But like even the rest of the card's really starting to shape up now. Like Leah Raven, Lana Austin.
Yep. That three-way they had with Holly Barlow last time was a tremendous match.
Like I think it's one of the best women's matches that
they've had
in Odyssey
in a long time.
We were very impressed with her, like Holly. We never seen her.
You know the other two are great. Like, but see someone else come in as that third.
It was one that you know what they're about, and like say she came in for like she was really good, and I'm sure I'm sure she will be back. Like I don't even know what's been announced and what hasn't been announced.
What's this tag team typhoon?
Tag team mayhem or something. Yeah,
tag team typhoon. Which them try to give it a cool name when they're really cool. So tag team typhoon. This is my understanding of it. I could be completely wrong, but you know the tornado tag matches.
Yeah.
Where it's just a free for all for it in there at the same time. You know, like you used to like they never have them in actual wrestling shows, but they always had them in wrestling games.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the tornado tag. I think it's essentially that, but with 10 people. So all 5 teams.
Okay.
And then like when one of your team gets pinned, they're eliminated.
Right. It was either that or a gauntlet was what we were thinking. But
yeah, well
the
thing is as well, like if it is a gauntlet, I'll be going to management and saying that I don't want that because that crap will just go on for too long. You know what I mean? People are paying to see us, most than not us, me really.
No, I'll be into it. Yeah, 10.
Ethan's in that, but we don't know he is.
Of course he is.
Well, Holloway and Lucky are teaming together in that, so it's nice to see them back. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know that was based off looking at the Rumble and giving opportunities. So it's like neither of them would have been in that match if they didn't impress, like we talked about before. Do you know what I mean? So, some people aren't there, and it's about taking your chances, isn't it? That's what I did when I was there. Do you know what I mean? I had one chance and I took it, and the rest is history. And I can just guarantee by the end of 2025, what year is it? 2025 now, isn't it? By the end of 2025, I'll be the champion. Maybe retired with it, but maybe I'll take the belt with me.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Was it Punk who put it in his fridge?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll take it with me, and like you can't get another one like they did in WWE because it's Morecambe and they can't afford it.
There's also in that there's Meat Wagon, Critchy. We've not seen Critchy at Odyssey, and Tom McCall. Not seen them at Morecambe before. Yeah. And Viral Connection as well so far.
Oh my god.
One more team left to be announced.
There we go, right. There's another Viral Connection. Let's go on about these, right? So Omega Loot, right? Football manager, YouTuber. Check out his channel. It's very good if you're into Football Manager, I'll be honest.
I am. Yeah, I've seen it. It's good.
Yeah, I actually, to be fair, I knew his voice before I knew him, to be fair. And I had a lot of respect for them. And then what did they go and do? They're actually cleverer than what people think, right? They're very, very intelligent. He knows about going viral. He does it. He gets hundreds of thousands of views. He's got his silver YouTube plaque and all that kind of stuff. He knows the game. So they were like, oh, well, maybe it'll be better if we get Morecambe fans on side. What did they do to get people on side? What did they actually do? Change the music to something catchy. That's literally all you need to do.
And a bubble gun.
Yeah, exactly. And a bubble gun. Like that's how.
It's the simple things. It's like dangling keys in front of a baby. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're insulting them 3 months before.
The show before. Literally the show before.
And then they come out and they've got like some music that sounds like a darts anthem and a bubble gun, and then like that's it.
That's all it takes.
You know what I mean? It's like I sometimes think, do you know what? Would life be easier if I just had them back on side? And it's like, and it'd be so easy. But like, I honestly don't want them. I don't want them. Oh man, they're awful people, aren't they? Really ugly as well.
Did you enjoy, as you've already mentioned, did you enjoy Isaiah Quinn's reign? Obviously, you helped him inadvertently win that championship. Did you enjoy his tenure as
Oh yeah, I
champion?
enjoyed it. Yeah, there's no inadvertent about it. I went in to do that. I went in to give it a hand in like that. That was my full plan. Yeah, I enjoyed it. He's 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 very talented. He's very talented. Is Isaiah Quinn. He's that moment when Will won the title, whatever my opinion of the whole situation is, that was a moment that was special.
Yeah.
That was special. You know, and I feel it'll be equivalent. I feel the joy will be similar to that when I get rid of Ryan as well. It will inside my heart anyway. Like the crowd, man. I'm worried about that.
No, I think the crowd will be the Ryan Hunter.
What do you think it's going to be like when I pin him? Or like what?
I
Like,
mean,
I won't pin him because it's a 10 count. But like what?
But it's like when Quinn won, like the disbelief of the crowd, apart from Ellis and John, who were chanting "You deserve it," I believe, to strange looks from the crowd. Yeah,
Yeah.
because again, it's
That's a normal. That's a normal phase. Like it's gonna be. Yeah, it's going to be a moment. It's going to be. But the thing is, though, it's like when I do that and I get rid of him, I'll take the microphone and I'll explain to everyone why this had to happen, and I will give them the opportunity to just embrace me as their God, which I already, have done. Like, and there's there's about half a dozen disciples at the moment. I'll allow them all back in. Not the messages though, because they do made in. And that'll be fine. And then Odyssey will move on, and then I won't cash in my contract. I'll do that fair and square. I'll just challenge whoever the champion may be. So I'll be challenging Craig because Decker's an absolute wet wipe. Like what's that all about? Like that you can just apologize and like that's it. Like the people not have values. Like he literally smashed the bottle over my head, right? And
people are quick to forget these things. That's the
Hunter came back and
Hunter came back and all was forgiven.
All Hunter had to do was lose 2 stone. That's all he had to do.
I mean, that's not for us to say.
Lose 2 stone and put. All he did was lose 2 stone and put red on. That's all he did. Do you know what I mean? Like this is what I'm up against. This is what I'm up against. So
I'm kind of 100% on board with this now, to be honest.
You might not react well to this question, but
go on.
If he does win,
Who?
how will you react if Ryan does keep you down for the 10 count?
What happened? I'm not concerned. Well, the thing is, it doesn't really change much anyway, apart from.
And he's still knocking around. That's what I mean.
I'll get rid of it. Like by hook or by crook. I guarantee I will get the last laugh. That's all you need to know. You can clip that up. You can do whatever you want with that. I guarantee, no matter what happens on the 12th. Is it the 12th?
12th of April.
Yep.
Whatever happens on the 12th of April, I will come out of this on top, no matter what happens. There you go.
There we go. That's that.
Flip it, share it. 12th of April, it's on. It's going to happen. The Last Dance, as Ryan called it. He's obviously been watching Netflix. Sounds good though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's a good place to end it. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us for this. And
oh, you're welcome. I bet it's probably been amazing for you, to be fair. The pleasure is all yours.
Yeah, it's true. So that's Saturday, 12th of April. Still no front row, no second row tickets left, but there's some general seating left. War on the Shore, Alhambra, Morecambe, RPD versus Rick Markus, last man standing for career versus
just to get rid of him.
Yeah.
If he'd have said to you, put your contract on the line, would you have still done the match?
No, what the hell.
Yeah.
No point risking it. I said
we're walking off at that point. Yeah. Anyway, so it's only because he called you back.
Yeah, like if it was up to me, if he didn't dangle the carrot, so to speak, and put his he wants to get to me that bad with nothing for him to gain apart from he could potentially hurt me a little bit, right? He's got nothing to gain from this, and his ego is allowing him to put his career on the line. Because what I wanted to do, because it is the 20th ever War on the Shore. What I wanted to do at that point before he rolled in the ring and made it about him like he always does was I was going to get the microphone on stage and I was going to challenge whoever won that triple threat match there and then. That's what I was going to do. And that was going to be my War on the Shore moment that I deserve. After 8 years of grinding, of being there, crappy gimmicks, all this nonsense, right? That was going to be my moment to stand there at the end of the 20th anniversary show with the championship and Ryan being the salesman he is, gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. So that's the way it's going to have to be. And the title will just have to wait until the show after or whenever I feel like it.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, we'll put the ticket link in bio for everyone. Go and get them if you've not. It's a quality night over there. It's the unique night.
There's nothing in the entire world that's quite like Morecambe in the best and worst possible way. Like it's a unique biome. I've never been anywhere that is like Morecambe.
That's wild.
Morecambe wrestling. Yeah, it's a truly unique, and everyone needs to experience it at least once. And what better time to do it than a 20th anniversary? Come along, we'll be there. Don't let that put you off.
I'll be there.
And
Ryan will be there for one last time. So if you are a fan of RPD, get along with this show. It's the last time you were going to see him there, and that is a promise.
Bring money for shirts.
Bring money for shirts, so he can get one last thing in, so he can get his kid a Christmas present this year.
Well, thank you very much, and we look forward to it in a couple of weeks. See you then. Thank you everyone for listening.